So it looks like this is pre-start. So the boat would be the left screen now at the top of the screen.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, should be coming up.
So here these guys go. I think this might be me in this blue boat head to wind. Oh, no, this is me in the blue boat at the bottom of the screen. So what I saw was,
Oh, yeah, and there's the committee
yeah,
boat up there.
there's a committee boat. I saw Esteban way above the committee boat. There he is right there on the right. So I'm trying to go after him, right, and see if I can shut him out right as he gets there. At the same time, here's Travis tacking around and spinning. It was a little foul there. I hook him. So I'm not sure why Esteban kind of spun himself up like that. What he could have done is gone below me, ducked below me, and then I'd have to like kind of keep pushing forwards, and I wouldn't be able to shut Travis out. But since he stayed where he is, I kind of had to keep going. So here's him pushing. He was trying to push and get a hook with me. He couldn't really do that. Travis ended up spinning. So on the left side of the line, I think that was Sophie and Delaney who won that pin. So you kind of see that things are kind of breaking off into pairs here. So on the left, you have that pair of opponents, and then I didn't really stick to where the race was. So this is kind of like a 2 versus 1 on the right side, and there's me tacking then. Probably should have tacked sooner. But at this point, my teammate in 17 isn't really living there. Like, he's getting pinched off. He's kind of going a little slow. So he tacks pretty soon. Right here, he's trying to tack on his pair. This is what I do wrong right here. I should have tacked now to stay with my pair. Instead, I tack and leave out my teammate, which like it's not really something I'm supposed to be doing. He tacked out with his pair. So now here are the pairs here. We've got a pair on the left that we can't see. This pair of 17 and Travis. And then in the middle, that's me and Esteban. So here's that pair on the left that yellow is winning. I think the pair in the middle is kind of up for grabs. I think yellow might have control over me. And then yellow is losing the pair on the right. So at this point, they're on the lay line, on port. If anything, they're a little bit over it. See if we can see some action. So there's me tacking a little bit below them. I was right on the lay line. They were well over the lay line. Right here. I wanted to kind of close the gap between us, and I'm also putting enough room between me and the mark to let my teammate in there. So we're kind of thinking play 2 at this point, if 16 can get across 6, which they can. So we're thinking play 2. We just get this yellow boat in 4th place. We put them behind boat 16, and that way we can kind of go forwards. But here's my mistake here is this yellow boat that Sophie stops, and I keep going. And that puts this gap between us that it makes it a lot harder for me to do any slowing. So she does the right thing. She takes David head to wind, and now Travis is pushing me forwards around the mark, and that was kind of the right move there. So I kind of have to come down, close the door on Travis, and he makes a slight mistake and fouls me again. So he's going to be spinning here, but I can't really do anything to get up to my teammate. I think at this point I yelled at him, just tack around. That's me spinning my arm to say tack around. To him, I think what he should have done there is if he's getting held up and he's that far away from the pin, is just tack around and come back to the pin. They're both well outside the zone, so once they come back in the zone, he's going to have mark room. Here's my teammate. What my teammate should do is push the race forward, so this is good. He's getting separation, lateral separation on everybody. I'm trying to push the race back, so I'm slowing down. I've got Travis right behind me. I'm trying to slow him and I think that's Esteban. Oh, no, that's him and Sophie. I'm trying to slow him and Sophie down. Esteban is in the 1. Jeremy's in the 2. I'm shouting towards him that I need a play done. So Jeremy pushes Esteban around the mark, and then Jeremy does not round the mark. Because he's going to come back, and he's going to help me out here and try to get ourselves into a play 2. So we had a bit of a problem, though. because we were so separated, we kind of had to wait for something to develop here. So I jibed onto starboard. I'm still trying to slow the race down. Try to get my teammate David out from last. Sophie jibes. I jibe with him. So that's Travis still on port tack. He just jibes. So I'm waving to Jeremy to get number 4 while I get number 6. Now, what David should do in 16, what he didn't do here, he should get as far away from us as he can. He should have done a really, really wide rounding so that we can take everyone up, but instead he gets hooked by 4, which kind of means that we can't really do anything to help him. So we're all around the mark here. I'm going high here. I'm going to do something called the up and jibe, which is where you just go up and then jibe. It didn't really work here because Sophie she was going to go up on me, so I had to jibe back. I jibed again. And this time it was a little bit more effective because I got Sophie to go slow, and I got Travis to go slow. We're in the zone, so Travis doesn't have room on me. And then everyone's kind of going slow. David kind of gets a puff before Travis does, so he's going to poke out a little bit to leeward there, and I'm pulling my boom to windward. I'm just trying to get Sophie to go as slow as we can so we can get into a play too. My teammate is pushing the 1 forward. Jeremy is pushing the 1 forward, which is what he should do. And then I'm staying with my pair, so we've got these pairs again. Right, I've got Sophie, and then David's got Travis, and Jeremy is pushing Esteban. So we can see these big waves here kind of pushing us forward. So here's what happens with this race committee boat. I think they were trying to do something with their anchor or maybe get set up for something. They kind of found themselves in the middle of our beat. So the pair in front tacks port. I'm slowing down my pair. See me luffing my jib. I'm slowing my pair down as quickly as I can. Now what I see Travis coming on port, and I'm on starboard. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to dial him down and slam it. So I'm dialing down, and right when I try to tack, the race committee boat's there, and I can't tack. Sophie also tacks below the boat, and if I want to do anything, I have to sail all the way around the race committee boat. So that was a really smart move by Travis and Sophie to just kind of put me in the back, or at least get me far enough away that I can't really do anything, because now I have to come down and use up all this distance, and I kind of closed between Sophie and myself, and then I couldn't really do anything right now because I'm not really sitting on her air. Her air is coming out from in front of her, so I can't really do anything. Travis is doing the right thing here. He's pinning out David. Travis and David are those on the right. But the thing is, this left shift comes into us, so we can't really do anything. Jeremy made his opponent finish. Now he's tacking in front of me to try to get Sophie to go slow so we could do something. So David gets the 2, Jeremy gets the 3, and I just squeezed out. I think Travis got the 4, and I just squeezed out to get the 5 in there. Super, super, super close finish. But it kind of came down to controlling each other's pair. So what Jeremy was doing there was pushing his pair forward to keep him from interfering in the race at all. And then with the other 2 of us, it was just controlling our pairs to try to stay in a play too. And at that point, Yellow made a good move with the race committee boat and kind of shook things up a little bit, which is what you do. Travis is doing the right thing here. He's pinning out David. Travis and David are those on the right. But the thing is, this left shift comes into us, so we can't really do anything. Jeremy made his opponent finish. Now he's tacking in front of me to try to get Sophie to go slow so we could do something. So David gets the 2, Jeremy gets the 3. And I just squeezed out. I think Travis got the 4, and I just squeezed out to get the 5. But it kind of came down to controlling each other's pair. Super, super, super close finish.